Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new. I'm Alecia, and today we are going over my very ambitious, trust me, I know it is crazy ambitious. I'm not going to get to all these books, but they are books that I want to have on my mind for October. So this is my October TBR. I'm not letting the prompt jar choose this time, only because I already had so many on my mind that I wanted to get to this month, and it's already started. This month has already started, and I am already started on one of them, but regardless, hey, welcome. Let's talk my October TBR. If you're interested in what I'm planning or what I want to read on Kindle Unlimited, that's another video. I'll link it below. But this one is going to be all of the books on my physical October TBR. We've got a mix of mostly horror, mostly fantasy, and then I think possibly only one romance. Maybe two. Now I can't remember. But I have them all right here, so let's just go through them in case you guys are curious. All right. First up, we have this mountain of a book that will forever haunt me until I read it. We have It by Stephen King, okay? This one has been on my TBR for over a year, which actually isn't that long. I have not read any Stephen King books except for one that had to do with a girl getting lost in a forest, but I can't remember what the name of that was. And before I could finish it, my dog ate the last couple pages. Not ate, but tore up the last couple pages when my husband and I went to the grocery store. I literally had maybe the last chapter to go, and she ripped it up. When we got home, I was just like, okay, I guess I wasn't meant to finish the book. So I never actually read the last chapter of it, but I did enjoy it. And I think it was more of a novella though. But this one is just such a big book that I think that's why it's so intimidating. And it's kind of funny though, because I have another book on my TBR that I would say is probably the same size. Maybe it's a little bit smaller, but kind of the same size. And I'm not as intimidated to read that one, but it's because it's a romantasy. And I just feel like a romantasy can be 2,000 pages and I'm still going to be excited to read it. This one just freaks me out a little bit also because I feel like I get a lot of reading done at night before bed. And I'm like, this is going to be so scary to read before bed. We all know what it's about. So that is on the TBR and I am very scared and very intimidated. The book that I've already started is Two Twisted Crowns. I barely started it. This is going to be the next book I read, only because I just finished One Dark Window. Absolutely loved it. And obviously now I just need to see what happens next. So that's why Two Twisted Crowns is on the TBR. Then we have Swamp Phantom, which is kind of a spookier, scarier book. Basically, two people on this highway road. It's like a ghost story where two people get attacked by two people get attacked by what we would assume is probably an entity because people warn about it and stuff like that. And then one of the people that gets attacked comes back and is telling the tale or whatever. So this is a ghost story vibes. So that's why I thought it would be perfect for October. We have Daisy Hates the Great Undoing. This is part of the Magnolia Parks series by Jessa Hastings. I have this only on the October TBR because this is just the next book in the series currently that I'm on, but I don't think I'm probably going to get to it in October. But if I do need to kind of switch from horror and fantasy because I'm just not in the mood, this would probably be maybe what I would read. So yeah, so that's on the October TBR, but I'm assuming I'm probably not going to try to get to that one this month because I have so many other ones to get to that are way more on theme for October. Then we have Jawbone, which has been on the TBR for a while, and I just figured I'd leave this one on the October TBR because it is a horror book and I've been meaning to get to it. I feel like it's been on the TBR at least for 3 months and I just need to get it read. And it's a smaller book, so I feel like if I'm feeling fatigue from very thick books this month, this might be a good one to read kind of as a palate cleanser. So there's this one. If you're wondering what it's about, from what I know, this is psychological horror, more dread horror, if that makes sense, or grief horror maybe even. It's not gory horror, which is something that I don't necessarily enjoy. Then we have Last Days. So with this one, a documentary group goes to this temple where there was possibly a cult, or there was a cult, and it's infamous. So they go there and they're uncovering secrets and stuff. It's kind of told through interviews, I think, but then also stuff keeps happening to the crew while they're trying to film. So it's that sort of vibes, which I love, a found footage horror, and that's what that sounds like. Sometimes I do find that found footage horror is just better in movie form than it is in book form, but I'm excited to give that one a try. Then we have Girl in the Creek, which if you want to know more about this one, definitely watch my last bookstore vlog because that's where I got this one. And this one I would say is probably more of a thriller horror because it's a girl, from what I remember, a girl's brother goes missing and then happen in a certain area. And then a couple years later, a woman is found unalived in a creek in that area. The boy that went missing, his sister is like trying to solve like what happened to him. So that's this book. Then we have a romance. I love Lynn Painter. This is her newest book. I got this in the last bookstore vlog as well. It's called Fake Skating. And so it's like a fake dating in high school type of thing. But I just love her writing, whether it's high school kids or not. I'm into it. So excited to read that one. That one's definitely going to be a great palate cleanser when I'm in between horror reads. Then we have We Love You, Bunny, which is the follow-up book to Bunny by Mona Awad. And I am so excited. This just came out. Again, got it in my newest bookstore vlog. So I'm very excited about it. And I absolutely loved Bunny. It was 5 stars for me. And it's just like a trippy horror book, supernatural elements. It's so good. I absolutely loved it. But I love that kind of horror. Like that's more my vibe than like gore. So I'm just excited to read this one because I've read Bunny. But if you haven't read Bunny, you probably wouldn't have any idea what this is about, and you shouldn't. You should read Bunny first and then like look into it. I've switched the angle on this like 3 times. I'm sorry, you guys. I feel like I had too much caffeine today. I'm like wired and I keep like moving around. And then my leg fell asleep, so I had to like go walk around, and now I'm back. Back to the October TBR. Okay, next up we have Alchemized, which I got in the last bookstore vlog as well. And I'm so excited about this one. From what I've heard, the person that wrote this wrote a Hermione and Draco fan fiction that like took over the world in fan fiction world. And I never got to read it, but I still kind of want to find it at some point, and then kind of took that story and made it their own instead of making it like Harry Potter themed. So that's what I've heard about this one, and I am so excited. It's a thick book too, but I can't wait because I love like a good romantasy, and I've heard such great things about it already. So I'm so excited for this one. Then we have The Night and Moth, which is by the same author of One Dark Window and Two Twisted Crowns, which Two Twisted Crowns is also on my October TBR. This one I'm excited to read, literally only just because I've heard good things from people that I feel have the same taste as me in books, and then also because I've read her work before now and I've enjoyed it. So, and I don't really know anything about this one. It's just a romantasy. That's all I know. I think it's enemies to lovers, which is my bread and butter. I love enemies to lovers romantasy. My favorite. Okay. Then we have Their Monstrous Hearts, which I bought this one over the summer and still have not gotten to it. So I need to, but I did want to save this one for October anyway. So that's been the plan all along, was to read this one in October. So I'm really hoping to get to this one. And this one is also one that's a little bit shorter, as you can see. So I think this will also be a good palate cleanser. So in this one, a family member of the person we're following dies, and we are following, I think it's a man that we're following. He is going through the deceased relative's house and finds her diary. And then as he's reading the diary, it seems like secrets start to be revealed of there may have been like a mysterious reason that the relative died, and it sheds light on just, I guess, the deceased relative's life and why the house is the way it is and stuff like that. So this one just feels very mysterious horror while also grief horror possibly. So I am very excited for that one. Okay, so then we have Senseless by Ronald Malfi, which I have never read his work before, so I am very excited to give it a shot. I got this one at the same time that I got Their Monstrous Hearts over the summer, and I wanted to save this one for October as well, so that's why I haven't gotten to it yet. And it's signed by the author. How cool is that? So from what I know about this one, oh, this actually might be more of a thriller. Doesn't it kind of give horror vibes though? Like I would look at this and think horror, and it was also in the horror section. But now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think Books A Million has a thriller dedicated section, so maybe that's why it's in the horror section. Regardless, it's like a horror thriller, which personally for me, that's how I like my horror, is either psychological or thriller based. It's literally just like gory stuff that I'm just like, oh my God, I'm bored. But yeah, anyway, so it follows 3 different people, but brings it all together in the end of like how they're all connected, and it's a thriller of some sort. But I also don't want to know too much about it. So I want to, because I'm about to read it in October, hopefully, I don't want to like refresh myself on what it's about, just because I like to go into especially anything that's like mystery, thriller, or horror completely blind. Okay, so that is my October TBR. Lots of great reads. I'm so excited for this month. I could not be happier with what I have on my TBR. I'm not sure how much we're gonna get to because, you know, there's only so many hours in the day in general, and then also just that I would want to spend completely just reading. So there's that as well. Let me know what's on your guys' October TBR in the comments, and also let me know which of the books on my TBR should I read first. If you've read any of these books, what are your thoughts? Like, let's just talk in the comments. I love you guys. I love talking to you guys. So I will see you guys in my next video, which will hopefully be a reading vlog. And if not, I promise a reading vlog is coming. I'm about to start filming it when I'm done with this video. So I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.